The latest on a deadly car crash.
Whether the vehicle had the right-of-way, that's all part of the investigation.
Involving a Miami Hurricanes football player. Trial underway.
That the prosecution can prove every element of the crimes that are charged here.
With opening statements and federal charges of Sean Diddy Combs. Problems in the tarmac.
There are policies and procedures in place for controllers and for pilots. They know what to do.
As more issues keep being reported across U.S. airports. And a generational graduation.
There was one school, it was CU, and there was no other choice.
An extra special day for one family. These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Valentina Gaspari. And I'm Ivani Lewski. Today is Tuesday, May 13th, 2025.
Live from the Lee Caplin School of Journalism and Media in North Miami, this is Caplin News.
A deadly crash near Tampa, which also injured a University of Miami football player. This morning, Miami Hurricanes linebacker Adarius Hayes at the center of a deadly crash. Police say Hayes was driving a Dodge Durango when it collided with a Kia Soul at an intersection in Largo, Florida, killing 3 people. On Saturday, the crash caused the death of the Kia's driver alongside 2 children, ages 10 and 4, and left another passenger hospitalized with serious injuries. So far, police say there was no signs of intoxication.
Whether speed was a factor, whether the vehicle had the right-of-way, that's all part of the investigation. We don't have any indication at this time to believe there was any kind of alcohol or narcotics involved.
Largo police said Sunday there were no criminal charges pending, but the investigation is still ongoing. The accused FSU shooter facing a judge for a hearing this morning. The man who allegedly killed 2 people and injured 6 others has been released from the hospital. Phoenix Agner is now in police custody. He was released to a detention center yesterday and is expected to make his first court appearance today. The trial of Sean Diddy Combs is now underway with opening statements complete. You're taking a live look at the courthouse in New York City right now, where day 2 of the trial has already begun. The music mogul faces federal charges, including sex trafficking and racketeering. CNN's Leigh Waldman reports from New York, where the trial is taking place.
8 months after embattled music mogul Sean Diddy Combs was arrested on federal charges, his trial is underway. 6 of Combs' 7 children and his mother supporting him in court Monday as the prosecution and defense made their opening statements. The prosecution letting jurors know their case will focus on 2 of Combs' accusers, including ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura, who is seen in this disturbing hotel surveillance footage being kicked and dragged by Combs back in 2016.
Seeing somebody behave in a reprehensible way on a video does not mean that the prosecution can prove every element of the crimes that are charged here.
Prosecutors told the jury it will hear that Ventura and Combs were both, quote, unfaithful, jealous, and at times angry, but only one of them had power. Only one of them had control. Prosecutors allege Combs coerced Ventura and at least 2 other women into having sex with him and male prostitutes, according to the federal indictment. The indictment alludes to federal searches of Combs' homes where law enforcement seized various items used in sexual encounters known as freak-offs, including narcotics and more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant. The defense telling jurors Monday morning Combs' quote, love of baby oil is not a federal crime. And while evidence will show that Combs was, quote, a very flawed individual, the defense says there is not evidence of racketeering or trafficking, but said it would, quote, take responsibility for drug use and domestic violence.
I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses.
In New York, I'm Leigh Waldman.
One of the busiest airports in the U.S. has experienced equipment issues leading to thousands of flights, cancellations, and delays. On Sunday, another airport was forced to issue a ground stop. CNN Ivan Rodriguez has the story.
After another air traffic control equipment outage, the Federal Aviation Administration implemented a ground stop for Newark Liberty International Airport-bound flights Sunday morning. This comes after a 90-second-long radar and radio outage last Friday at the Philadelphia-based TRACON facility, handling flights departing from or arriving at Newark. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says it's still safe to fly into Newark.
I fly out of Newark all the time. My family flies out of Newark. And just when we saw these two incidents, when we have issues, there are policies and procedures in place for controllers and for pilots. They know what to do.
All while admitting many systems air traffic controllers use are old.
The Congress and the country haven't paid attention to it, right? They expect it to work. And so now I think the lights are blinking, the sirens are turning, and they're saying, listen, we have to fix this, because what you see in Newark is going to happen in other places across the country.
The FAA also issued a ground stop for some flights bound for Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport due to a runway equipment issue, separate from the issue impacting Newark. More than 50% of flights were delayed at the Atlanta airport Sunday, according to the website FlightAware. Former Transportation Department Inspector General Mary Schiavo says aging technology has been a concern for years, and the expense is rising.
Congress has said that they are giving them an initial budget of something like 12.5 or 15 billion. That's the tip of the iceberg.
In Atlanta, I'm Ivan Rodriguez.
Idan Alexander, a 21-year-old American, has been freed after 18 months in Hamas captivity. He was released to the Red Cross on Monday and taken to an Israeli military base for medical evaluation and a family reunion. Alexander, who is a dual citizen, was reunited with his parents near Jerusalem yesterday. That's his mom right there about to hug him. What a sweet moment for that family. He was captured during the October 7th attack in Israel. Hamas announced his release Sunday following several days of U.S.-led negotiations. Israel did not take part in the talks, which are linked to ongoing ceasefire discussions and humanitarian aid efforts in Gaza.
A surprise breakthrough in U.S. and China trade talks after a weekend of intense negotiations. Both countries have agreed to temporarily slash tariffs on imports. The deal is set to last 90 days. It reduces U.S. tariffs on Chinese goods from 145% to 30%, and China's tariffs on U.S. goods dropped from 125 to 10. The markets have responded positively as the White House touted the move as a historic fresh start.
More rescued sea turtles go back home this morning as one aquarium reports a record-breaking year. A response team in West Virginia Beach last weekend took action. The aquarium reported 77 rescues this season. During the winter season, turtles get cold stunned, which is when they get too cold and become weak, leaving them to die. But one special sea turtle named Basset Hound is now healed. A scientist says Basset Hound was cold stunned and rescued back in January. After being warmed up, getting some IV fluids and antibiotics in his body, Basset Hound is ready to swim again in the Atlantic Ocean.
This is a record-breaking year for us and for some other facilities around the East Coast as well. I'm not totally sure why that could be. It could be that turtles are hanging out in this area for longer as the waters get colder.
The life expectancy for sea turtles is generally 80 years. Now, thanks to the Virginia Aquarium Stranding Response Team, little Basset Hound has a better shot at reaching that age. Authorities say that if you come across a similar situation, reach out to your local aquarium.
A big-name soccer coach is joining a team.
That's still ahead, and so is the story.
And I heard that there was going to be this graduation and celebration of fifth generation again, and so I decided I can't miss that.
When it comes to choosing a college, one group of relatives is keeping it all in the family. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
See us dream. See us remember. See us protest.
You matter. Your feelings matter. Your identity matters. Everything about who you are matters.
See us fight back. See us rebuild. See us shatter stereotypes. See us inspire. See us united. See us now.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
A family tradition, all going back to the same university. Thousands of college students walk across the stage this month to celebrate a milestone, receiving their hard-earned college degrees.
For one family in Colorado, the day had extra special meaning. More from reporter Sarah Horbakowitz from KCNC.
At the University of Colorado Boulder, thousands of graduates are crossing into the real world, soaking up their final photos and celebrating 4 years of being a Buff. Or in Jameson Good's case, honoring more than 100 years of CU family history.
Great aunt, I believe, was the first one here, and she graduated in 1901.
Aunt Lucinda was one of CU's first ever graduates, just the start of what would become 5 generations of CU.
When we all get together, it can get pretty rowdy, but that's the CU spirit, I guess. So.
In fact, Jameson's family says they're the only 5th generation family at the university. A full house showing up for graduation weekend with lots of memories to share.
Jameson gets tired of me telling him what I did when I was here.
I can remember when I was a little boy, we lived about 4 blocks from the campus, and my grandmother was also one of the first.
And with those memories, even more loyalty.
There was one school, it was CU, and there was no other choice.
Some members even flying in from overseas to celebrate the family affair.
And I heard that there was going to be this graduation and celebration of 5th generation again. And so I just said I can't miss that, so I just bought a different ticket.
Still, amid the black and gold, there's a deep appreciation for the circumstances that brought these people together.
Now I get emotional. Like to see what the education has done for all the family members. It's pretty amazing where they started in the 1900s and where some of them have gone.
And just as Jameson continues the legacy, there's already questions about the next generation.
Far ahead in the future, but for sure there'll be an effort. So I guess so I can come back and relive my days.
Sarah Horbakowitz covering Colorado First.
One of the most successful managers in soccer history is leaving Real Madrid at the end of the season. Carlo Ancelotti is set to become the manager of the most successful team in World Cup history. He takes charge of the Brazilian national team on May 26, and he is the only manager to win league titles in all of Europe's top 5 leagues. The soon-to-be 66-year-old will be the first non-Brazilian manager of the Selecao. You're watching Newsbreak, and we're coming right back.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
lot of ways to reach out to a friend about their mental health. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Bill is a family man. He invests his money wisely and provides a good life for his children. Just one problem. He often opens emails from senders he doesn't know, and his computer is not password protected. One day, Bill checked his bank account and 94% of malware attacks originate from emails.
Valentina, I have to say, it feels great to be back.
It feels so good. You know what? I miss the sea so much, but it's a new semester, new beginnings, and we are ready for all of it.
But for now, that's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Ivani Lewski.
And I'm Valentina Gaspari. Get more news anytime at caplinnews.fiu.edu.